Let's jump right into one of our top stories. Police investigating this morning after a car struck 4 people on Toronto Metropolitan University's campus. Witnesses were shocked at what they saw.
Some of my friends sit beside the window just saw that they just shouted, "Oh, come and see! A car crushed the students from the north side to the south side." Then I feel very scared, so I also rush to the side of the window.
So here's what we know so far. At 2 p.m. Tuesday, a car struck 4 people on a walkway at the downtown Toronto campus, sending 2 people to hospital. For an update on the investigation, we're joined by Constable Stephanie Maselli, Media Relations Officer at the Toronto Police Service. Good morning to you.
Morning.
So we've heard police say that this crash could have been an intentional targeting of a specific individual. What is leading police to think that?
Well, the investigation is still very active and ongoing at this time. This is still an investigation that's unfolding and is still developing at every moment. So the investigators have spoken to witnesses and have spoken to people involved. And based on that information, we do believe this was an intentional targeted incident towards a specific individual that was on the walkway at Toronto Metropolitan University.
Talk to us a little bit about how things transpired. So this happened at about 2 p.m. Tuesday. What were the events that took place?
Yeah, so yesterday on Tuesday, April 15th, at approximately 2 p.m., police received reports of a vehicle that had driven down Nelson Mandela Walk at Toronto Metropolitan University, which is in the Gerrard Street East and Yonge Street area. And the information we received was that this vehicle had hit several pedestrians. Our officers arrived on scene and that they learned that 4 people had been injured. 2 people sustained very minor injuries, and those people did not require any sort of medical treatment and did not need to be transported to hospital. 2 other people were transported to hospital by Toronto Paramedic Services, and I can confirm that both of those individuals sustained non-life-threatening injuries. So the investigation began and information was gathered. Officers were able to determine a description for the vehicle involved, and they had information that it was a green sedan that had a smashed windshield with a license plate of DEDZ 565. And so investigators were there and speaking with witnesses and reviewing video surveillance, just trying to piece together all the events that transpired.
So, Constable, so you have the description of the car and the license plate. Have you found the car?
The information I have at this point is that the vehicle and the driver are still outstanding at this point.
Okay, so if people have information, they can contact police, I'm assuming.
Yes, definitely. We encourage anyone that has any sort of information, doesn't matter how small, even if you think that it's just a small detail that wouldn't be important to us, you never know what's going to help an investigation. So we encourage anyone with information to contact police, as well as anybody that has any sort of dash camera footage or cell phone footage.
I was wondering that
can
because
be very helpful.
Because downtown Toronto, presumably there are cameras everywhere. So obviously that's being tracked.
Yeah, definitely. Officers are looking at all sorts of surveillance video in the area and speaking to witnesses and trying to use all of that information to piece together all the details of what happened.
Constable Stephanie Maselli, thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate the update.
Thanks. Have a great day.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.